Okay, hi, and welcome back. My hair is out. She's drying because I have work tomorrow. Get right into this because this episode had a lot going on. Okay, so, I think this is important to say. I'm just gonna say this now because I saw a lot of people online saying that it was sexual harassment, that strip dodgeball. It seems like the only person who had a real problem with the strip dodgeball was Yusuf, so I wouldn't say that that's sexual harassment because Yusuf wasn't a part of it and all the other guys like gave their consent, so I wouldn't consider that sexual harassment. I just wanted to say that really quick because sexual harassment is anything without consent, and all the other guys did give their consent. Okay, so now that we have that, because I just felt like I need to say that. I saw so many people saying that. Anyway, so yeah, Yusuf basically is just talking about how he wouldn't want his kid to see him like stripping on TV, which I completely agree with. Like, I don't think, like me, because I grew up with like a single father, I really wouldn't have wanted to see my dad like stripping on TV. So yeah, so I see why he wouldn't want to do that, like, with his daughter and all that, because he said his daughter's like not that young, so for his daughter to like see him on TV like stripping naked, that's a little bit weird to me. So I agree with him on that. But the way that he was talking to Claire, and he was like, okay, we'll get into it, but so yeah, Claire says that's exactly why she didn't pick him to go on that date. So basically she knew that like they knew that maybe Yusuf wouldn't be down with that because of his daughter. Fair enough, right? So yeah, but I don't know. He didn't need to come at her and say that he was like ashamed to be associated with her and all of that. I was like, okay, dude, relax, calm down. Like, you don't agree with her views, so just leave. Like, why are you coming here and attacking her? Like, she walked off crying, and he was just yelling at her, like, you're old, and you're almost 40, like, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is like, why is that an insult? You're probably almost 42. Like, being 40 and not married is not an insult. She just didn't find anyone she wanted to marry yet. So, I don't know. Anyway, I was very annoyed with that. Claire basically told him she would never want to have kids with him, which just means bye-bye, Yusuf. That's basically what that means. And he said she wasn't fit to be a mother to his children, whatever. He was just following her. Like, they're on opposite sides, and he's screaming at her like, you're old, and she's crying already. So I just feel like, Yusuf, like, you should have just left. So Dale comes to comfort her, per usual. I'm so tired. Like, don't get me wrong, this is the first time I'm really seeing chemistry between her and Dale, but I'm just so, like, I don't know. I just feel like there's other really good guys like Bennett and Blake that she just does not give the time of day to. And I don't know, this is the first time Dale has ever really done anything to like, that I was kind of like, oh, like, the first group date is Chasen, Jay, Easy, the other Chasen, which Blake, Eddie, oh no, Ed, sorry, and Riley. So, oh, and Dale, of course Dale's on this date. He's on every first date. But yeah, so the date card says, let's separate the men from the boys, shall we? And yeah, so Claire basically skips out on their whole day part of the date to talk to this girl, Deanna, I think her name is. I don't know. I didn't watch her season, but I guess she's friends with Claire, or Claire knows of her, whatever it is. And all she talks about with Deanna is literally, or maybe her name is Diana? I'm gonna call her Diana. All she talks about with Diana is literally how she's obsessed with Dale, and she pulls out a pair of Dale's pants. I didn't know what that was about, but okay. Dale starts off by saying he wants some free time. Sorry, I was looking. He wants some free time with Claire. Not free time. He wants a few minutes with Claire, whatever, to see if she's okay from whatever happened with Yusuf. And all the men look kind of annoyed, like, dude, like, you had time with Claire, whatever. Because they probably know he's like the front runner, and they're probably like, dude, like, let us get in some time with her, whatever. And yeah, so then he asks everybody for a group hug, which Claire, I just think Claire thought it was cute because she's obsessed with Dale, but I thought that that was weird too. I was like, a group hug for what? For what? And yeah, so then 5 minutes turns into 45 minutes and they're making out. They're on this bed. I don't even know. And Easy almost walked in on them. I was like, whoop, woo child. That was very, he interrupts them basically. And all the other men have kind of this rush time with Claire. Like, you could tell that they're all rushing to talk to her. And even then, like, she's even kind of rushing them too. Because one guy was like, dude, like, let me get a few more minutes. I just got to sit down with Claire. And then Claire was like, actually, yeah, maybe you should go because I need to get everyone in, fit in, everyone into this episode, basically. But then she hangs out with Dale again. And I was like, okay, but you're rushing all the other men and you're hanging out with Dale, who you spent an extensive time with again. But everyone is very upset at Dale because Dale did this thing where he tried to pretend that he didn't know that that was Claire's house, which I don't understand, like, how he thought he was going to pull that off, because he was like, I was going to the bathroom and then I stumbled upon Claire's house, but I didn't know it was Claire's house, even though it was in there earlier. And I just opened up the door. Like, first of all, when Easy went in, like, the door was locked. The door was locked. And with this one, Dale just kind of opened up and walked right in. So I don't know Dale. But now it's time to talk about Zach's one-on-one date. I feel so sorry for Zach. I feel terrible for Zach because he's talking about how he's so excited to go on this date. He's so hyped to go on this date. And Claire's just like, he's just like, oh, I can't wait to get to know Claire more. And she wants to give me a kiss. Like, I wouldn't mind that either, like, blah, blah, blah. And then Claire's there, and she's just like, I just wish Dale was here. This whole episode might as well just be Dale, the Dale, Dale, the Dale, Dale, the Dale, Dale. I felt kind of bad for Zach because she takes him back to, like, the pool in front of her wherever she's staying, her little house. And, she leans in for a kiss, but I guess she didn't lean in all the way, and Zach didn't lean in more. So she thought that Zach pulled away, but Zach definitely, like, if you watch the footage over, Zach definitely did not pull away. And Claire feels really rejected, and Zach is, like, still trying to get her to kiss him. So he pulls her in, but it was a little scary, I will admit, because he pulls her in, like, by her neck. Which is, like, I don't think the way to get someone to kiss you is to pull them in by their neck. Oh, I do see why maybe Claire felt uncomfortable with that. Like, if somebody pulled my neck, I would also feel very uncomfortable. And she just kind of rushed away and was like, get ready for the dinner date, whatever. She sends Chris, and Chris is like, Claire's not coming, dude. Go home, basically. So that was the end of Zach J. I do feel really bad for him because all she really cared about was Dale. Like, I think that the neck thing definitely didn't help, and that wasn't great, but I don't think that he had bad intentions. I don't think he's a bad person. I do think, however, that Claire was not going to give him a shot. Like, he had no chance. He was never going to be with her. This is where all the previews have been about. The roast is finally here. Gosh, all the previews have been about this roast, and I just feel like it was very underwhelming. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be because of all the previews, and it wasn't really that drama-filled either because every preview was about the roast, and I was like, yes, some tea is going to go down here about this roast. Like, something is about to go down. And literally nothing really happens. People make jokes about Dale, and I will admit, like, some of the jokes were not funny at all. Like, do better, man. Do better, man. But I think that, I don't know if it's because I have a bias towards Bennett. I love Bennett. I love Bennett, and I think his name is Ivan. Is it Ivan? Comment down below if you know who I'm talking about. Ivan, I think he's the guy that said that he told her, like, you're beautiful in a different language. Rose for me. It's a rose for me, sir. And also Bennett. I love Bennett. But I thought that Bennett's jokes were actually funny, and I didn't think anyone else's jokes were funny. I thought that Bennett's jokes were actually kind of funny. Some of them were a little like, you miss me here, but they weren't all bad. And Claire was just thought it was coming from, like, a hostile place, like a place of anger. And I don't know if I see that. I think that some of them weren't as good. Yes. I don't think that any of them came from a place of like, I hate Dale and Dale sucks and Dale should... Dale making fun of the fact that Dale knows that he's the front runner and keeps talking about how he's the front runner and how he's the best man for Claire. I do think that Dale kind of did have that coming, because who says that? Like, I'm the best man for Claire, la 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 la. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like that even I was watching that and it came off to me as like a little bit conceited. Claire was not having the jokes about Dale. All she did was ask, because all the guys made a joke about Dale. Like, it's not just Bennett. Every guy made a joke about Dale, and this one guy there was a point in the episode where this one guy was like, I talked about Dale one time. I made 45 other different jokes, and Claire never asked me about any of the rest of them, only about Dale. And once Claire figures out that Dale is going around saying like, I'm the best man for her and blah, 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 that's all she wants to hear about. And she disguises it by saying that she wants to hear about what's happening in the house. But that is definitely not what was going on at all. She just wanted to hear more about what Dale feels, how Dale feels about her, what Dale feels, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like if that's the case, go talk to Dale again. Because all you do is talk about Dale. Just go talk to Dale. None of these men who are here to get engaged to you essentially want to hear you talk about Dale. I'm getting very frustrated with Claire, if you could not tell. So basically, that is how the episode ends. All the men are just complaining about how she only wants Dale, how she only cares about Dale, and how they feel like it's a waste of time for them being there. And honestly, it probably is, because all she talks about is Dale all the time. Give out a date rose for that date, which was very obviously upsetting, because it was like, first you didn't talk to any of them about anything that had to do with anything. Because literally all you talked about was Dale the whole night. You didn't ask them anything about themselves, didn't get to know anybody. All you talked about was Dale. And then no one gets the date rose because you're mad that they made jokes about Dale. And then she made a joke about giving herself the rose. Like, Claire, thanks for showing up today. Like, you're not, like, I don't know. I just feel like she's not giving them a fair chance. And then she's complaining and being like, oh, they're not trying. But yeah, they are trying. They all tried to talk to you and tried to change the subject to not talk about Dale anymore. And what did you do? You just brought it back to Dale. You just kept switching it back to Dale. So in the preview, I saw Tayshia. I don't know if Claire's really leaving or they're gonna drag it out, because they've been dragging out this Claire thing. I thought it was gonna be over by episode 3. Looks like it's gonna carry on to next episode. So hopefully next week will be Claire's last week. They did show Tayshia. I can't wait until they announce that Tayshia's gonna be the Bachelorette. I love Tayshia. I loved her with John Paul Jones. I don't know what happened with them, that they didn't work out, but whatever. And I'm so excited to see her. I'm so excited to see her be the Bachelorette. What I wanted to talk about too was that it looks like Claire is leaving without Dale, which is confusing to me, because isn't she leaving because of Dale? Because there's a scene in the preview where Dale's like, well, where's Claire? And blah, blah, blah. And I was just confused, because I was like, shouldn't you be with Claire, leaving like together on a plane? Like, aren't you guys going somewhere? But I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out next episode. So, thank you so much for watching. And if you usually watch my reaction videos and you're here on this, you just happen to be here on this video, be very excited. Friday or Thursday, more so Friday, there will be a fan requested reaction, should be up. I think I will finish it tomorrow, and it should be up because my computer died in the video. So I think that I'll finish it up tomorrow, and then it should be up for you guys. And then I'm going to start filming the other ones, because there's a bunch of them, but this one was requested first, so I filmed this one first. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out next week's Bachelorette recap, and I'll see you later.